trigger finger itch, the son of a snitch. I'm the rat's favorite son. Last apparent cut, slit to bleed the rust by the
Guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. We are back with another episode of Scent Safari, and this time the house is called FumParFum, and this is a house that's actually out of Lithuania. And before we talk about them, let's talk about Scent Safari. So basically, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Scent Safari, it's sort of a series on my channel where I take a look at houses that are either new or new to me, usually on the indie circuit. I started off with some niche houses like Memo and McAuliffe and Parfum de Marly, or the Oreo, but now I've really sort of have this mission to focus on indie houses that aren't available at your Lucky Scents or your Twisted Lilies or Min, and the goal, obviously, I would imagine, for most of these houses is to get in there. So hopefully I can help shed some light on some of them. And what I do is I reach out to these houses and I ask them to send me samples, and then what I do is I pick 4. If they give me more than 4, I pick 4. If they give me less, I use whatever they give me, or if they give me 4, I use all of them. In this case, I was sent 4, and so I'm using all 4. And what I'll do is I really give a first impression on camera. A couple hours before the episode, I'll put them on skin for the first time, and then before the episode starts, 5 to 10 minutes, I'll either put them on paper or reapply them to my skin, and that way I have a decent feel of the different stages of a fragrance on skin and on paper too. And the reason why I put these on paper, just so you know, is because they came to me in little paper envelopes without labels on the actual vials, and I don't want to confuse them and mix them up in my own collection and not know which is which. So what I did is I'm wearing them on skin, but I also about 20 minutes ago applied them to these little post-its you'll see in front of you. Before we dive into the 4 scents from FumParFum, let's just go talk about the house really quickly. This one was started by a gentleman. I'm sorry if I butchered this name, bro, but Astis Mikavicius. Again, really sorry if I butchered that, but this dude is a perfumer. He's also a DJ and an artist, and he did his first fragrances in 2011. All of the scents are limited. They're made with only the best materials, and aside from making fragrances, this guy also does fragrance exhibits and exhibitions as well. His latest collection, which launched I think in 2014, is called Theater Perfumes, and that's based on sort of theater as a phenomenon, and he has fragrances named after different acts. We'll be taking a look at one of those. There are about 9 scents as of filming this, and you can get these on the house's website, which I'll link to in the description. So the first one we're going to talk about is called Pony Leather, and this one is from the Bacita Gentile collection. The Bacita Gentile collection came out in 2015. 100 ml of this EDP goes for €140, and the notes on Pony Leather are bergamot and ozonic notes at the top, narcissus, cognac, and cashmere in the middle, leather, rum, muskwoods, amber, and benzoin in the base. Now, this one is a really nice dark leather scent. What I get with this one is rum, leather, and woods. Is it a stunning leather? No. Is it the best leather I've ever smelled? No. Would I prefer Tuscan leather or some of its clones? Yeah. I mean, I also like Irish leather by Memo better, but I do have to say this is a really well done leather scent. The leather is really nice. It's sort of a suave, sophisticated leather, not a dirty leather like in Bellamy or M by Pure Distance. And you're also going to get a nice hit of booze and woods with this one. So if you like leather, it might be worth looking at. I just don't know that it's that different from other things that I've smelled. The next one up is one I was really interested in because it's called Amber Lemonade, and it's also from the Gentile collection. You got the same price on this one as you do pony leather. And the notes on this one are bergamot, citrus, and ozonic notes at the top, cardamom, pepper, and labdanum in the middle, and benzoin, vetiver, patchouli, amber, musk, and seawater in the base. Now, I gotta tell you guys something about this one. The lemon at the top of this is like, wow, like it's really good, expensive style lemon. If you're a fan of Acqua di Parma, Original Colonia, or Profum Aromas Aqua Viva, which is like a $260 lemon fragrance, this has that same sort of intense lemon. It's about as intense as lemon gets. Now the problem with that is that some people, when they smell that, well, they think of as like Pledge cleaning products. So you gotta decide whether that's something you like or you don't. I'm not a huge fan of lemon fragrances that are really about the lemon. But what's cool about this one and why the name is so apt is because as it dries down, it becomes an amber fragrance. So it's really very much a juxtaposition of this light and airy and tart lemon, and then a dry down of this resinous, musky amber fragrance with patchouli and a little bit of green from the vetiver. It's very interesting. It's a very different scent. Don't know that I've ever smelled anything like it, and I think it's definitely worth taking a look at if you're a big fan of the lemon genre. The next one we're going to look at is one from the Theater series, okay? And this one is called Theater Scent number 4, or The Priest is the other name. Each theater scent has an act name, and this one is called The Priest. Now, as far as availability on these are slightly more than the other collection. I think it's a higher end line because it costs more and you get a little bit less juice. The notes on this one are Somali frankincense, immortelle, oud, benzoin, cedar, labdanum, and musk. And wow, the incense in this is oh man, it's good. You know, there was this fragrance I tried earlier this year by this new Italian house called Unum, and I had a big video plan with a very well-known blog about Unum, but I was never able to really get it together to do the video in the time frame needed, so I just didn't do it. I actually filmed the video. I might put it up someday. But Unum, for those of you who might not know, the gentleman who started Unum is also the guy who makes vestments for the Pope. So, and there was this room spray he had developed for the Pope that was incense based, and he would spray the Pope's garment with the incense spray, and eventually that spray was turned into a perfume that Unum sells called Lavis, Lavs, Lavis. And when I smelled that, my thing was, this is the best incense scent I've ever smelled. And the quality of incense in this is identical in my mind to Lavs. Like, I mean, I think they're very close. You know, I think Somali frankincense is got to be one of the best. I know Dior uses it in their Privé line. It's just so smoky and rich, and this one really is just deep, and it's got many layers to it. There's oud in this, there's labdanum, there's cedarwood, there's musk, there's immortelle. It's a syrupy, dark, dense, thick incense fragrance that the quality on is second to none. You know, if this was a $400 fragrance, it really wouldn't surprise me just how deep and dark it is. So I love this fragrance. This is an exceptional job. So the final one we're going to finish up with, guys, is another one from the Gentile collection, and this one is just called Woody Cologne. And the notes on Woody Cologne are bergamot, C notes, and ozonic notes at the top, neroli, rosemary, and spicy mint in the middle, blackwood, patchouli, amber, cognac, and musk in the base. So this guy really likes booze notes in the fragrances he makes. So this one's just a nice eau de cologne. I get the neroli with the very herbal rosemary and mint. it is certainly on par with some of the very expensive eau de colognes out there. You know, the Neroli Portofino, the Acqua di Cima, the Xerjoff 1861, and the mint in this one pops. And at first, the first is, as soon as I put this on my skin, you know, within 2 minutes, I dismissed this as another boring eau de cologne. But man, it's excellent. It smells so natural, and I think what's really cool about this is the boozy base. I really enjoy this one. Really well done. The notes in this one are really natural. So what I really like about the way Astis makes his fragrances is, even if he's giving you something lighter like amber lemonade or this one, he really makes sure to make the base stout so that these fragrances just don't fade into nothingness. There's something deep and different and very formidable in the base of these fragrances, whether it be cognac or rum or amber or resins. They're just there and they hold the fragrance up. And this one, you know, you get that mint, you get the neroli, but then you also definitely do get the cognac at the base. So really well done. So guys, if I was ranking these, and I don't always do that, I would say Priest is awesome. Amber Lemonade's really good. Woody's really good. Pony Leather, I just don't think is a great leather scent personally. But I think my advice would be, I think, I could be wrong, I think the theater scents is where this house is at. Like, I think the theater scents are the ones that are really like that extra level of quality. The materials used seem to be exceptional all around, but especially in the Priest. So I would check this line out. I'd be surprised if in a couple of years this line wasn't bigger and wasn't making more noise, because it's really impressive. And I love that it's like coming out of Lithuania. You know, that's another thing I really want to achieve with this series is show you shit from other countries that you might not expect. But people love perfume everywhere, and creative people are creative people. So it's not surprising to see DJs and painters and artists and sculptors making, and tailors making fragrances. So check this line out, guys. I of course will link to the description. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If there's a house you would like to see featured on FumParFum, I'm sorry, on Scent Safari, please let me know, and I'll try to get in touch with the house, see if I can make it happen. We'll come back with more videos this week, guys. You know what it is. My name is Maximilian.
And I won't feed this to my little girl who kept me in this world to beat this. As a little kid taught to follow Jesus, get to the front of the line, I'm being led by elitists. So when I speak words that I don't mean, it's like